Hey, and welcome to my new channel, the Yogi Collection. Some of you may know me from my other channel, Yogi's Garage. That channel I restore automobiles, and currently I'm restoring a Porsche 911. So if you're into full-size cars, be sure to check it out. So why did I start a new channel? Well, I have a love for motorsports, and not just full-size cars that race around a track, but also scaled-down models that gives you a perspective on these cars that you almost will never get in real life. On this channel, I'll not only share with you my diecast collection, but I've also started a Formula One collection at 1/43 scale. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you. In addition, I also collect Lego, and I've been collecting Lego since the early 2000s and have a significant collection of first-generation Star Wars that I would love to share with you. But for right now, let's take a look at my most recent haul. Yogi Mama and I recently went to Dollar General and Dollar Tree as well as Target and managed to collect a really nice set of cars. And what I'd like to do, instead of showing you every single car, I'm going to curate a few of those and show you why I think they're special. So with that, welcome to my show. Right off the bat, let's start off with the variant that I found at the Dollar General. I had a bit of a heart attack because I thought it was an actual treasure hunt or a super treasure hunt, but it ended up being just a color variant, but still rare nonetheless. So that one right there is going to stay in the package, and I'll just end up opening that one to put on display. Alright, next up is this 5-car kit from Maisto. It's pretty basic, but it is a Ford Bronco nonetheless, and it is, of course, certainly collectible because of that. Could my X-Acto knife be any more dull? All in all, there's really nothing special about the construction of this diecast, but the color's really nice, the paint job and the logo insignia on the back is a nice touch. Definitely worth putting on display. Okay, now the other one from this, I wouldn't have actually pulled it out if I didn't own one of these cars in my garage, but it's such a sad display. Wheels are too narrow and really not worth anything, but it's definitely worth looking into putting custom wheels on it. So look for that in a later video. I'm actually gonna open up this Pacifica and put it on display. I really like the muddy wheels and the brown bottom. It's a nice touch. All right, next up is the Aston Martin Vantage. And the one and only reason why I got this car, besides it, looking awesome, is because it's a Gulf car. Those Gulf logos and the color combinations are timeless. I love them. I collect them anytime I see them. I have a few transport trucks. I have all kinds of different things Gulf related, and I'm really excited to add this to my collection. Okay, this one for me came out of nowhere. I had no idea I would fall in love with these food trucks at this scale, but they are really awesome.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, look at the detail of all the food on the shelves and the menu on the side, and then a skylight on top. It's just really, really cool. Alright, I have mixed feelings about the Hot Wheels Ultra Hots. They're nice and they're made of all metal, but in this particular one, the graphic on the hood is off-centered, and I don't know if that was by design, but it doesn't look all that great. But the color is fantastic, the styling is awesome, the wheels can definitely be replaced, but it's certainly worth keeping on your shelf. It's a very attractive car. Alright, the next one is the Porsche 917 by Majorette. Let's talk about Majorette for a moment. Majorette has really surprised me. They've come on pretty strong in the last decade. Some of their manufacturing was destroyed during the tsunami in Japan over a decade ago. And then after that, they rebuilt and retooled their entire facility, and they're making some really incredible models at this scale. So I'll be doing a dedicated video to talk about Majorette and some of the items that I've collected so far. And if you don't have any Majorette in your collection, you should give them another look. The Porsche 917 is a legend. I mean, it's really, if you're into motorsports, then you know all about this car. But for my viewers, maybe some of my younger viewers who don't know about the Porsche 917, it's a 24-hour of Le Mans winner 2 times, and it's one of the best known Le Mans champions in the history of the sport. Johnny Lightning took it a step further and are giving you a metal tin. It's an incredible package, and they're using an OEM paint on the car, so be on the lookout for more Johnny Lightning on my channel. There is some slight quality control issues with the wheels, but nothing that you can't fix with a little massaging of the wheels, getting them squared up. But overall, it is a great display. The inside of the tin even has the Chevy logo on it. I mean, this is a very, very nice touch. If you guys know more about Johnny Lightning and you want me to check out a few items, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think I should be reviewing in my next video. And not to be left out of the packaging competition is Matchbox. They also have a display box kit as well, and this one here is really nice. It has the Edelbrock logo on it, but the paint job is what really sold me on this car. It has great suspension movement, and the nice touch on the tail lights, including the backup lights as well as the red brake lights, is also top notch. Great job there, Matchbox. Keep it up. Okay, the next one is kind of a joke, but it's also just an appreciation of how ugly the cars were in the 80s. This van here is the quintessential 1980s soccer mom.
Custom wheels.
I mean, it is a great car and it's so ugly. And the name of the car from Toyota is called Van, so it's not very original. We got another Majorette in my presentation today, and this one, of course, is another Porsche. This is a 911 GT3 Cup car, and the detail on the inside is great. It's got a racing seat and no passenger seat, and just a steering wheel, and the color is turquoise, so what's not to love about this car? And then the suspension play on it.
Oh, yeah.
There's actual springs in there, so that is a really, really nice touch.
Rubber tires, although kind of skinny.
I cannot say enough positive things about Majorette. So the Cosworth name is synonymous with motorsports, from actually participating in the races to later on building one of the most famous engines in the late 1960s to compete in Formula One and go on to win a Constructors' Championship. So Cosworth, anything Cosworth is certainly worth picking up, and for me, I'm going to put it on display with my other Cosworth cars. Love, love, love Cosworth. And back to the Ford Bronco real quick. This one's a little bittersweet. I actually bought 2 5-pack kits, and one of them did not make it with me home. Somehow it got lost, and it had a Chevy Blazer in it. So I would have had both to show you, but I don't. This is what I got. Okay, let's move on to Yogi's favorites, where I'm going to show you from last to first how I rate these cars. Starting in last place is, of course, the sad Porsche. What a sad display for Maisto on this car. It was barely painted. The wheels don't even fit, but it's a 996. I love Porsche 911 996s, so it's on the list at the bottom. All right, next up is the Chrysler Pacifica. I liked it, but I didn't like it that much to rate it any higher. The VW Squareback would have gotten a higher rating if that paint job on the hood would have been better, and the wheels were nicer. Ford Bronco SUV, the OG, coming up in position 9. Next up, the Edelbrock is placed in 8th. It's a great car, great color combination. What's not to love about that? Now, come on. Who does not love a food truck? So that one's coming up in position 7. I really loved the detail on the shelves of the food truck, the menu. And if you guys know of a taco truck that I'd be interested in, be sure to leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Food trucks will always hold a special place in my heart, especially when I do dioramas in the future. Johnny Lightning's Corvette, you can even see the quality issue with the right front wheel not touching the ground. Toyota Van comes up next, and taking up 2 of the top 4 positions is the Majorettes with the Porsche 911. Sandwiched in the Cosworth and the 2-time Le Mans winner Porsche 917, and last but certainly not least, my favorite of them all, because I'm so obsessed, is the Aston Martin Vantage with the Gulf livery to take the win. Alright guys, this concludes my video curation for this week. I hope you enjoyed the cars that I presented and perhaps maybe learned a little bit. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think I could work on or change up. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.